Hello friends, my name is Muttapalpula and I am working as a business intelligence consultant for past 7 years related to Microsoft BI platform like SQL Server, SSIS, SSAS, SSRS, Power BI and Azure cloud-based solutions. This is my second video about SSRS with Python. In my first video, I talked about how to work with Python on SQL Server and how to connect with SSRS Report. If you don't have prior knowledge about it, please watch that video. There you can get an idea about architecture and steps to configure Python on SQL Server. Okay, let's talk about our new topic, Python visualization on SSRS. Here our main objective is to use Python visualization library matplotlib on SQL Server and generate a Python visual and deploy into SSRS report. Here I break that main objective into 3 steps. First one is that we need a scenario. Here I am going to use car sale information to compare unregistered and registered car prices. I will talk about it in detail in next slides. Second one is Python development on SQL Server for visualization. Third one is how this visual helps to do the decision making. Okay, let's focus on matplotlib library. If you're new to Python, you need to know about Python visualization library. This is a 3D plotting library in Python that we can use to generate more understandable visual compared to SSRS. Matplotlib is a multi-platform data visualization library built on NumPy arrays. It has a module named pyplot which make things easy for plotting by providing features to the control line styles, font properties, formatting, access, etc. It supports a very wide variety of graphs and plots, namely histograms, bar charts, power spectra, error charts, etc. If you want to know about this one, there is a website called matplotlib. There you can find more visuals that we can use for data visualization. Okay, let's move to demo. Here I took car sales price comparison as the scenario in my demonstration. In Sri Lanka, we are importing cars from Japan. Suzuki, Toyota, Honda are very popular brands in Sri Lanka. Because of that, used cars also have a good price in Sri Lankan market. If we take Toyota model as example, Toyota is a very popular brand in Sri Lanka. Axio car type, this one is a very famous one. Normally its unregistered price, that means import price, is between 60 to 70 million LKR. Reason is this Axio brand has few classes, X grade, G grade, WBX, even hybrid and non-hybrid also considered as a class. In Sri Lankan market, there is a strategy to upgrade low grade class cars into a next grade, adding some new features like spoilers, fog lights, etc. and can sell for good price in the market. But it not work for all cars, all Japanese cars, because of the popularity, the maintenance and the price and etc. Now the problem is to find out which brand or which car model can upgrade to the next grade and get more profit. To do that, we need to see how unregistered, registered car prices behaved against the time with its grades, and we need to monitor the past transaction, or that means past car sale prices against the time. Then we can decide based on that which car model can upgrade to next grade and get more profits. As I said, to decide which model to upgrade, we need to analyze past information. For that, we need reports, sales report. Here you can see a SSRS report that I developed for that purpose. This is a sales report, car sales report. Now here you can see two parameters, brand and the model. Now I will select brand as Toyota and model as let's select Toyota Axio non-hybrid model. Okay, let's generate the report. Okay, now you can see the brand and the model and the grades. The grade you can see XL, G and Lux, EL. Now here you can see unregistered price, registered price, number of cars sold, value. Now values now available from 2012 to 2019, and the total here you can see the total figure. And also let's select another brand. Now I select Suzuki and then the WagonR. Okay, let's check that one also. Yes, you can say the same figures. Here you can see 4 grades here and the values. But looking at this report, we cannot decide that whether we can upgrade this model or we can, let's say we take this grade, the FX grade, that's the lowest grade, that if you want to upgrade this FX grade to FZ, it's going to worth or not. We cannot decide based on this information. Why? The reason is, or the answer is, it's not clearly visualized in the price behavior. We cannot decide our investment on the upgrade will affect, or if we can get more profit from it, right? To do that, we need to visualize the data. To do that, we need Python matplotlib library. Okay, let's see how to do it. As I said, to decide which model to upgrade, we need to analyze past information. For that, we need reports. Here you can see SSRS report that I developed for that purpose. This is a sales report, and here you can see 2 parameters, brand and model. Here I'm going to select brand as Toyota, and let's select model as Toyota XU Hybrid. Okay, let's generate the report. Here you can see the brand, model and the grades. Here you can see 3 grades, X grade, G grade and WXB grade, and also unregistered price, registered price, number of cars sold, value. Data available from the values available from 2012 to 2019, and you can get the total figure from here, right? And let's select another brand. Let's select Suzuki and the model as Suzuki WagonR. Okay, let's generate the report. Okay, you can see here you can see 4 grades: FX, FZ, string and string JSTY. Right now, let's assume that we need to upgrade a FX model to FZ. How we know that our investment is going to worth or not, right? The upgrading, the investment on upgrading, we don't know. If using this information, we cannot decide whether our investment is going to work or not. Why? Reason is, or the answer is, it's not clearly visualized in the price behaviors, right? We cannot decide looking at these values, are we going to do the investment or not, right? To do that, to do the visualization, we can use Python matplotlib library. Okay, let's see how to do it. Now we are going to use or do the Python coding. Now for that, I am going to use Jupyter Notebooks. This tool is open source and it's free for you. You have to install Anaconda software to get this one, and there are so many videos available in YouTube that you can follow them and you can configure this one very easily. The main advantage is that you can get is that this is a notebook that you can execute your Python codes as segment wise. Now here you can see one cell and you can another cell, then there are 2 segments. You can do your Python code here and execute, and then you can move here, or you can execute all things as a one. Okay, let's go back to our coding part. Okay, first thing that we need to import the libraries, Python libraries. Here I'm going to import the libraries. First one is pandas and second one is numpy, that we will use these libraries for data manipulation. In my first video I talked about these 2 libraries. The new one is the matplotlib, the pyplot one, and this is the new one that we are going to use for our data visualization. Then we need to get data into Jupyter Notebooks. That means we need to import data into Jupyter Notebooks. Now here I'm going to use the sample data that we use for car sales report, right, that we see in this report. Right now, that sample data available in my desktop now as a CSV file. Now I'm going to import that data set into the Jupyter Notebooks. how to do it? Now we have to use read CSV method from pandas. You can see here pandas we rename as pd.read CSV. Now the CSV file available in my desktop, and here you can see the first top rows from this function. Okay, let's execute this one. Okay, it's executing. Okay, now you can see the output. Here you can see the brand, then the model, the grade name, grade, year, register price, and unregistered price, right? Okay, now we have to do the visualization in next part. Okay, now first we need to do some data manipulation part here, because now here you can see this information in row level. That means there are these are transaction information. We need to aggregate operation. We have to do aggregate operation, and we have to get average value for each brand, model, and grade for a year, right? To do that, we need to do the aggregation. Now here we are going to use average aggregation operation. Now to do that, I'm going to get data from this data set, car price data, that we import data from CSV into this data set. Actually this is a data frame, and now here we are going to use this data frame, and we are going to group by it using brand, model, grade, and grade name, and we are going to aggregate and get the mean or the average value for register and unregistered price. And then we renamed is average registered price and average unregistered price. Okay, let's execute this part. Okay, now we can see the brand, model, and the average registered price and unregistered price. Now we can start our visualization. Actually we miss one step. Now actually first step that we import data into this data frame, and then we aggregated the value, and we need to join these two data frames, because we are going to use average registered prices and unregistered prices and with the this row level information, because we need to plot the registered price in our visual. Then we can decide how this average price is behave, because in most of the cases sometimes the average price is not much accurate. We need to track that one also. To do that, we have to use merge function in panda library. You can see pd.merge function from this library, pandas, right? And how to do it? We have two data sets, car price data and average value data frames, these two. Right, now we can see the brand, model, grade name, grade both are keys, and we are going to join using inner and on these columns, right? And after that we are going to get these columns like brand, model, and average registered price and all the necessary columns. To do that, we have to use this idoc function, and then we can select the columns that we want using like this way as a list, right? Let's execute this one. Okay, now we can see the brand and the model and also the registered price, unregistered price, row level information with the aggregated value. Now we can start our visualization part. In our visualization, we are going to use scatter plots. Why scatter plots? Scatter plots are similar to line graph in that they use horizontal and vertical axis to plot data points. However, they have a very specific purpose. Scatter plots show how much one variable is affected by another. The relationship between two variables is called the relation or the correlation, right? In our scenario, we are going to use car price, unregistered and registered price, and the grade, right? Here in this case, if we can see a relationship between two variables, if it is increasing or the price is increasing based on the grade, both unregistered and registered price, then we can decide on whether we're going to upgrade that model or not, right? Okay, let's start our visualization. Okay, this is the code for Python visualization using matplotlib. Okay, let's first we need to filter out our final data set using a model, because we are going to check the model by model. Now here I selected Toyota Axio non-hybrid model, right? And if I take this one, you can see this report. Okay, let's filter it out, Toyota and non-hybrid model. Okay, now you can see there's three grades. We are going to check whether there is a possibility to upgrade from X to G and G to Tuxel, these models, right? Okay, let's do the coding. Okay, now first one is we need to filter out. Now here I'm going to filter out the non-hybrid model. Then we need to implement the scatter part. Now you can see the PLT. PLT is pointed to the matplotlib this library. Now first we need to define the scatter using registered price. This is the transaction price or the row level price as green. Then we have to implement the average registered price using blue. Yeah, I use blue. And then the average unregistered price using red. And also here I mentioned the line type is dashed one. And then I set the title for the graph and the X label. Yeah, I renamed the X label as grade, and the X label axis values. Here I set X axis values, and then the legend to identify the lines to get the proper names, and then the Y label, Y axis. I changed the name for car price, and to this command to view or they generate the Python visual. Okay, let's execute this part. Okay, here you can see in green blocks the registered price, this actual transaction price. Here you can see the blue line as average registered price. Here you can see this average price. It's actually close or the correct. Here and assume as a correct, because you can see it's drawn through these plots, right? And also from the dashed line we can get the average unregistered price, the brand new price, right? Now you can see there is an increase, right? And also the gap between two lines also small. And now we can see this X grade. This is the lowest grade, and then G grade and Tuxel grade. Now based on this information we can decide that if we invest on X grade and we can if we upgrade to the G grade, that we can get, there is a advantage, that there is a possibility to do that we can get some we can get a good profit from it, right? And also from the G grade to luxury grade, right? Okay, let's check about other models also. Okay, let's talk about the next model, Toyota Axio hybrid model. Previously I talked about Toyota Axio non-hybrid model. Okay, let's execute this part. Both code are same. Now only the filter is different. Now you can see there is a difference between two diagrams, right? Now here you can see the price is continuously increasing between the grades, but here it's not, right? The slope is very low and compared to non-hybrid model. Now investment on upgrading for the Axio hybrid model not going to work, right? But we can do that upgrading, investment on upgrading for non-hybrid model, right? That's how we can get the decision from this visualization. Okay, let's talk about next model. Okay, let's talk about the final model, Suzuki Wagon-R. Okay, let's execute this one. Okay, now we can see the FX and FZ. There is an increase, but once you come to the next grades, Stingray and Stingray J style, you can see a decrease, right? Now compared to registered price, Stingray price and J style is very low. Now we can do upgrade on between we can upgrade FX model to FZ, but we cannot upgrade FZ to Stingray or Stingray to Stingray J style, because it's not going to work, because the investment is not going to work, right? Now that's the decision that we can get from this visualization. Okay, I think you can understand what we did here and what are the decisions that we can make and how effective is decision making using this visualization. Okay, now our Python visualization part completed. Now what we have to do is we have to embed these Python visuals into SSRS report. To do that, we need a stored procedure. In my first video, I explained how to develop a stored procedure using Python programming language. Okay, let's move on to the stored procedure part. Before that, now here you can see our sales report. Now we are going to embed our Python visual into this report. To do that, we need a stored procedure. And let's move on to primary source of this report. The source is sales database and the sales table, car sales table, and this is the stored procedure that we pull data from this table into the main report, car sales report. And here I also develop a car sales sub report to do the Python programming. And now actually I completed that code. Actually I embedded this code into this stored procedure. Here I will go step by step. Now here I implemented two variables or the input parameters, brand and model, same as in our main report. And then I filtered it the SQL table using that parameters, and I insert that filtered information into this variable, and I set that variable as input parameter for this Python code. As same as in Jupyter Notebooks, we need to import libraries, pandas, numpy and matplotlib. And second step, we import data from CSV file, but here we are not going to do that. We going to use this variable, and it will load the data into car price data frame. Here you can see the car price data frame, and then we average the information based on these columns, same as we did in Jupyter Notebooks. And then we need to merge row level or transaction information with average level information using merge command, and then we need to generate Python visual. Now there is an additional step that we need to save that Python visual as an image. Now here we set the size of the image and then the location of the image. Okay, let's go to the location. Here we can't see any image. Okay, now it's completed. Let's execute this stored procedure. Okay, it's executed successfully. Let's check the location. Okay, we can see an image. Okay, now we can see the same image that we generated in Jupyter Notebook. Okay, let's go to the next step, that we need to embed this image into SSRS report. Now this is our primary report, sales report. Now our Python visual is in model level. Now once we click this model name, we need to point it to a new report. Now this is the new report. Now here I set image item, and in image item I set the location in the properties. Now you can see this location, the POC table, and also the parameter, right? Okay, to do that we need to execute this stored procedure, right? This car sales sub report, right? Now here you can see that stored procedure. I set the stored procedure. Now it will execute and generate the image, and it will pick end of the execution. This report will pick that image from the location, right? And once we click this model name, it will point to this report. Now how to link that one? Now once we go to this text box properties in the main report, you can see the action items. In the action item we have to set the go to report, and the new we have to specify the new report. Then you can see the parameters here. Okay, latest version of the report now published into the report portal. Let's try on it. Now once I click this area, I can see a new report. Okay, now we can see the Python visual right here. Okay, let's try for another model. Let's take Suzuki Gunnar. Let's generate. Okay, now we can see the Gunnar report, and once I click here, yeah, I can get the image for Suzuki Gunnar, same that we generated in Jupyter Notebooks. Okay, now we completed the demo. Now this demo is to show how to embed Python visual into SSRS report. This is very simple one, but it will help you to understand how to do Python programming on SQL Server and generate Python visual. End of this session you will able to understand about these 3 points. First one is the matplotlib, second one is the coding part to generate the Python visual, and third one is data analysis part. In next video I am going to talk about linear regression on SSRS, sales prediction with Python. And thank you for watching this video and have a nice day.